This is William Lantow, and it is my pleasure to read you one of the truly humorous novels of our time, No Time for Sergeants by Mac Hyman, copyright 1954 and 1959 by Mac Hyman. And it appears in this talking book for train, and Pa'd wore himself out with it the way he usually did when he went fishing. I mean, he went at it pretty hard and called the fish all sorts of names, as a fit of everything that happened. And all he caught was one catfish, which wasn't much. So by the time I brought the boat back in, he was sitting in the front with the back of his neck wet, not speaking to me at all. So after we walked the 4 miles back to the house, he didn't care to eat right then, so he sat down on the porch and pulled his hat down over his eyes and leaned his head back against the post and dozed a bit, which I've seen him do for as long as 4 hours on the straight sometimes. So I seen he was settled for a while, and I got out my harp and begun playing a few pieces. And in a little bit he was snoring, and his foot was patting up and down in time to the tune I was playing. So I played a fast one and watched it bounce a bit, and then a slow one to calm him down again. Anyhow, I was kind of enjoying it, as it was quiet by that time, and it was about sundown, and the dogs was laying around the yard, only opening their eyes every once in a while, and plucking easy and comfortable about the yard, and the fields across the way were kind of pink-colored, the way they get sometimes when the sun's going down. So I was kind of enjoying the quiet and all, taking it real easy that way, when all of a sudden I seen my dog Blue raise up his head and perk his ears and sit there a minute, and then stare at me with this real puzzled look on his face. Well, I wouldn't have thought nothing of it if it had been any other dog, but Blue wasn't the kind of dog that ever looked puzzled about anything much. I mean, he was one of the smartest dogs I ever seen in my life, and pretty stuck up about it, too. Like when he points a bird for you. He makes out it wasn't nothing for him to do and acts kind of casual about it and all, and watches you with this real disgusted look on his face. I mean, I don't guess he'd ever come right out and show. So I really couldn't figure it for a minute. I started playing and listened, didn't hear nothing at first, and it was a few seconds before I made it out myself. What it was this far-off moaning sound somewhere, and then it come to me that what was bothering Blue, because it sounded like a car to me. So I know why he was puzzled then, because